go. All right, so meeting me at your mat or your cushion and finding your nice tall spine and closing the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. And taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out as I pull up this music. Lengthening through your spine and rooting down in the tailbone as your shoulders drop and melt into the back. Allowing your palms to rest on your knees, or if you'd like, your palms can face up. I'm about to play the music so you're not startled. It's about to play now. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I think you can hear the music. It's not playing in my AirPods, but if you can hear the music, just give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Technology. Making sure the chin is parallel to the floor and that the belly is fully expanding. And just arriving in today's practice, starting with showing up for yourself. How powerful it is to show up, to be still, and to tune in to the body and the breath. Letting any stress or worry start to melt away on every exhale as we all commit to being fully present in this practice. And just keeping your attention on the body, sitting and knowing that you're sitting. Breathing and knowing that you're here. And trusting that whatever comes up in our practice is exactly what we needed. And let's just take a moment to honor that we've been in this pandemic for a year and we've pivoted and shifted and adjusted despite all the uncertainty. And a beautiful reminder that something such as a yoga practice really does ground us. Something as simple as moving our body on this rectangular mat has such a return of investment into our self-care bank and in our ability to relate not only to ourselves, but to people around us. And so know that when you do yoga, you're not just doing yoga for you, but that you're doing yoga for everyone else that you interact with. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And a deep breath out. And a few more breaths on your own before we start to move on the mat. Then I invite you to slowly flutter the eyes open, coming back to the space, to the room, to me. Volume's okay, music and my voice. Just give me, all right, cool. It's just weird for me because I've never not heard it in my AirPod. All right, we're gonna start to move. Give me 1 second. Allowing the breath to still fill you up as I pull up my second playlist. Still nice and chill. All right. So let's start with our seated practice first and just rock side to side on the sit bones. Yes, I love it. Just like a little kid. And then allowing the spine to kind of undulate. And then take that circle all the way. And if at any point the music is too loud or I'm too loud, just let me know. Nice big circle. Never underestimate a seated circle. Good. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms together. Connecting breath and movement. One more. Inhale, reach. Shoulders are down. Exhale, palms together. We'll take our first seated twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist opposite hand to opposite knee. Look over the back shoulder. Shoulders are down. And then turn your face back to the front of the room. Lift up the back arm and take a nice counter stretch, opposite side. Really reaching. And then inhale slowly, come back up, and we'll do the other side. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, twist the other way. Lengthen through the spine, shoulders down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Turn facing back to the front, just your face, and then lift up the back arm and counter twist. Woo! Feel the space in the ribs, shoulder away from the ear. And then inhale, lift up. Cool. Uncross your legs so the other leg is underneath. Rock the sit bones side to side. And we'll take our favorite side stretch. Scoop one arm up, doesn't matter which one. Keep the sit bones down as you do a full side body stretch. Keep the shoulder back and down. Root through the sit bones, reach through the middle finger. Inhale, lift. Careful. Da-da-da. Good. Exhale. Other way, creating space, opening up in the torso. Right, we do a lot of contraction when we're seated at the computer. Maybe this elbow comes to the earth. And then inhale, lift up. We're gonna do that one more time. How can you keep space? Root through the tailbone. Inhale, lift up, last one. Exhale, other side. Already feeling longer and taller. Good, inhale, sit up. Nice. So lengthen through the spine. I feel way longer. My fingertips can reach down. Then let's just take a little neck stretch to one side, ear to shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, other side. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Lift up through center. Lift your nose to the sky, exposing the throat. Exhale, take the chin to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And here, see if you can rock your neck side to side. Loosening it all up. And then lift up through center. Cool. Hands on the shoulders. And take some nice big elbow circles. Inhale, reach. Maybe the elbows come into each other, and then they exhale, open. And then reverse. Maybe you do one at a time. Notice what you feel. Maybe you go one way and then go the other way. Nice. And then bring your elbows out, shoulders down, and really lock this in, and then do our fun little twisty, which is great for a tight back. Breathe. Can you do an audible breath? Yeah. And then relax. Woo. Shake it out. Roll your wrist. Jazz fingers, play with it. All my wrists are cracking. I don't think you can hear it. Cool. Open up your legs to a nice wide straddle. So my knees and toes are towards the sky. And I'm trying to keep a neutral spine, so I'm not slouched over. So try to, maybe you need to bring your legs in to sit up tall. It's not about how wide you are. And from here, I just want you to gently reach side to side as the sit bones root into the floor. And we're getting a nice stretch here in the hips. And then you're gonna pick one side to reach over. Hands gonna come in front, and I'm gonna do a nice side stretch here. Keeping the sit bones down, breathe. Nice, so if you're here, try to bring it back, open up in the side body. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, you're gonna rotate towards that leg that you were just stretching towards. Turn your torso towards the leg, and can you walk it down without shifting that other leg? So here, I can take my hand and reach on the outside edge of the foot, whatever's available. I have short legs, so this is very easy for me. If you got longer legs, you know, maybe it feels different for you. Breathing in and out. So we're getting a nice stretch in the adductors here, as well as the hamstrings. Inhale, slowly start to curl up. Woo, side body. Yeah. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I reach opposite arm out. Inhale. Other hand comes on the inside. Exhale, side stretch. So my knees and toes are towards the sky. And I get nice opening here in the rib cage. And then I inhale, I lift up. Oh yeah. Engage your abdominal. And then I exhale, I turn towards the leg as far as I can. And then I walk myself down. So now we're thinking chest to the leg. If you want a deeper stretch in the shoulder blade, you can take that hand and reach for the outer edge of the foot as you turn your torso towards the leg. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then slowly come back to center. Nice. You can lift up your pants or your shorts and slowly bring the legs together. Yep. Shake it out. And then bring the soles of the feet together. for your nice butterfly. So your soles of your feet can be further away or in. And again, rocking the sit bones side to side. And then yogi's choice, how intense do you want this to be? So if I want it really intense, I can take my elbows on the inside of the knees, and then I can take my feet and peel it open like a book. When I do that, I feel that in my hip flexors. Or you can try to dive a little bit deeper. You can use your elbows simultaneously to push into the inside of the knees to get a little more in those hip flexors. But take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Allow your shoulders to soften. So taking it nice and slow today. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Cool. Slowly start to roll up. Yeah. Y'all okay? Thumbs up if you're good. Just my way of checking in, right? Okay. Now, bring those thighs together. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me. So I was in a butterfly, now I bring my thighs in. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall. So if you're slouched here, try to neutralize that spine so shoulders are over the ribs, ribs are over the hips. My feet are planted into the floor. And just for funsies, we're gonna do a quick boat pose because it's been a little while. I'm gonna lean back a nice long spine, pretend that we're in the car and you're, pulling the lever. I feel this in my lower abdominals. I draw the navel in, and then just play. Maybe one leg is up, maybe both legs are up. If that feels comfortable, palms are up, but shoulders are down the back. And we're just gonna play a little bit with the belly here, build some heat. If that feels totally cool for you, maybe you fully extend the legs. If this does not feel good for you, feel free to bring fingertips down or just tap, alternate the legs. Cool. Let's just balance for another few counts, holding here for 4, 3, 2, lower your feet. Exhale, round over, alleviating the lower back. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then inhale, slowly curl up. This time, hands are underneath your thighs, and we're drawing the navel into the spine. So I'm rounding out in the back, and we're gonna go down to the floor. Yay! Ooh, yes, sir, all the way down. Nice. So here, get your feet as wide as the mat. Open up your arms to a T, and then we're gonna drop the knees side to side. We call this our windshield wiper. We typically have done it sitting up, but right now you're just gonna do it side to side while you're on your back. And I want you to notice, what do you feel in the hip flexors? What do you feel down the quad? What do you feel even in your shoulders and your arms as they're stretched to the side? Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. And then heel toe your feet together. And then hug your knees into your chest, reaching for your elbows or your wrist, whatever is available. And let's hug it and rock side to side. So we're massaging the lower back. We're noticing any tightness in the hips. Cool. Release your right leg down as you hug your left knee in. Rotate that left ankle one way and then the other. And if you notice, my shoulders are dropping into the floor. I don't know if you can see, but those shoulders have a tendency to rise up. So you always want to release them. Good. Now we're going to switch legs. So now I bring the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg out. And roll that right ankle one way and then the other. Maybe you flex and point through the feet. So what we're doing is warming up these hips. Switch again, right leg down, hug the left knee closer to the chest. And play with the ankle. And switch again, right knee in, extend the left leg out and roll that right ankle. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Cool. Awesome. So from here, we're going to extend. We have our right leg on top of us. We're going to extend that leg from the knee. Whoa, hello hamstring. And we're going to get a nice stretch here. So reaching for whatever is available. If it's your hamstring, awesome. Your calf, awesome. Your ankle, awesome. Just do not grab behind the knee. Anywhere but behind the knee. And keep the shoulders down. We're doing a nice stretch here. And this hip is going to want to lift up. So can you take maybe your right thumb and tell your hip to rotate and drop down about an inch or two. Take a deep breath in as you feel the sensation of your calves and your hamstrings. Cool, release, bend the knee. And right away in today's practice, we're going to go into supine twist. So left hand on top of the right knee, and I'm going to take it across the left side. And then I'm going to extend the right arm out and I'm going to look over at it. Okay, so here, emphasis is we want the knee to melt into the floor over time. And we want this shoulder to melt into the floor as well. Supine twist. So think of this as your wet towel that we are wringing out, squeezing out anything that doesn't feel good, anything that doesn't do good. This is great if you have a tight lower back. A good one to do if you're sitting for a while. Just come down and do a supine twist. All right, slowly slither back to neutral. Still breathing. Bring the hips back. Oh yeah, underneath you. Now we extend the right leg out and we hug the left knee in. Try to anchor the leg down, draw the navel in, and then let's extend that leg up to the sky, reaching behind the calf or the hamstring. I am tight. I feel this. Shoulders are going to creep up, so let them melt. And can you sit with the sensation of your hamstrings and your calves? And do not judge your flexibility here. Who cares? No one cares how flexible you are. Just do this to bring awareness to the legs and noticing the hamstring and the calf. The legs that work so hard every day. On your exhale, you can explore pulling that leg a little closer to you, but you know your edge. I know my left leg is way more tender than my right one, so I'm probably not gonna go deeper on this side. And then exhale, let it go, bend the knee. And we'll supine twist again. So opposite hand to that knee. This is my left leg and my right hand. I pull it over to the right side. And then I look over the left side for a beautiful supine twist. Allowing the knee to melt, allowing the shoulder to drop, feeling whatever you feel fully. Twisting in the lower back. Can you let go just a little bit more? Remember, everything the body feels is just feedback. It's just telling us where we're tight, where we need more space. Nice. Cool, and then slowly slither back to center. Oh yeah. Hips back underneath you. Ooh, hug both knees in. Reach for the elbows or the wrists and rock side to side. Bring your feet up to the sky. We're going to do some happy baby. Pull the knees down towards the earth. Bring your elbows on the inside of those knees and then reach for whatever is available. So for me, maybe it's the outer edges of my feet. Maybe it's your calves. Can you pull your knees down and widen them at the same time? So two energetic forces here, knees pulling down into the earth, but knees also opening up so that you get deeper in the hips and in the hamstrings. And here you can rock side to side, happy baby. Softening in your jaw and your face. Whee. And release, shake it out. So here we're just like a dead bug, letting your feet just flail a little bit, shaking out the arms. Rolling the wrists a little bit. And now we're going to roly-poly back to seated. So hands underneath those thighs, draw the navel in, create a curve in your spine, and rock forward back a few times. So you don't want to be flat back because that's going to hurt. So keep a rounded spine and then meet me back in your seat. Yeah. Y'all good? How's this feeling? Pretty good? Slow pace is good today, I hope. All right. So I just roly-polied. And now we're going to continue the rotation to our table. Okay. So spread the fingers wide. I know I blend in with the wall, but spread the fingers wide. Middle finger straight on, hands underneath those shoulders. Knees as wide as your hips and feet pressed into the floor. Take a few cow-cats on your own. You know how to do it, and you go as long or as fast or as slow as you'd like. Inhaling on the cow and exhaling on your cat. So here, really being intentional about breath and movement. You know your body and you know your breath pattern, so you do what feels good for you. Nice. Okay, from here, we're going to take a nice gate pose. It's going to feel good on the side body. I'll show you again how we do that. I'm going to take one, this is my left leg. I'm going to swing my left shin over off the mat. And then I'm going to extend my right leg out in line with the left knee. Press through the knife edge of the foot. And then I'm going to take a nice stretch here. And if I'd like, I can take that arm above my head and root through the knife edge of the foot that's on the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Don't worry if you're doing it wrong or right. Just try to get into this shape. As much as I can see through these little boxes, I trust that you're doing it well. Not well, but you know what I mean. In a way that's safe. Good. Exhale, release. Come back to your table. Nice. Shake it out. We're going to do the other side. So now I'm going to swing my right shin off of the mat. The left leg follows. Right arm is stacked under. And then take that left foot out. And then I take the foot and I press it into the mat. So how did I do that? I went from table to one side of my body. And then I align myself so that the shoulder is over the wrist. And then I look up to the sky. Or I can take the left arm. But here, you're not really going to feel this stretch if you don't anchor through the foot. Okay? So I intentionally want to get longer. Imagine someone's pulling your top hand away from you. Breathing in, breathing out. Then exhale, release, come back to table. Nice. Awesome. Now we're going to take extended child's pose. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your toes to touch. sink the hips back, walk your paws forward, and rest that forehead wherever it lands. So in child's pose, you want to think your hips are reaching towards the heels as your fingers are reaching towards the top of the mat, but at the same time, your shoulders are relaxed. So remember, in person, I'd take my hand and I'd place it on your shoulders and you would immediately soften. Imagine that right now. Connecting to the earth, connecting to your body. Trusting that this is exactly what the body needed today. Time to slow down and get present and just be. Inhale, slowly lift the forehead off the mat. And slowly bring your hands back underneath you. Nice. Bring your knees back underneath yourself. So it went from wide to narrow. And then rock back on your heels. And just sit for a second in hero pose, acknowledging how you feel. Maybe take a little neck roll. Maybe you take a nice clasp of the hands behind you and stretch your chest up to the sky. Maybe you wiggle. Do any movement the torso needs. A little dance. All right, we're gonna go into probably our only plank today. I like to do this little bed sheet motion. Flick the bed sheet, let the palms land, and then meet me in your plank. Okay, so we're pressed away from the mat. I'm not sinking in the shoulders. And we're just here just to wake up the body. Rock forward and back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Drop the knees towards the earth. Draw the elbows in. We're just going to do a half chaturanga. You lower your upper body as one, elbows staying close to the ribs, lower down. Release the feet. Inhale, lift up for cobra or upward facing dog. I'm going to do cobra. Exhale, release back to the floor. Tuck your toes underneath yourself and press up back to plank. Nice and strong. Rock forward back on those toes. Then lower the knees down to the earth. Draw the elbows in, half chaturanga dandasana. Lower the upper body down. Release the feet, pull the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lower back down to the floor. Tuck the toes, press back up to plank. Yes, sir. Rock forward and back again. Then, without adjusting the hands and the feet, lift your hips up straight to downward facing dog, nice and slow. And then start to pedal the feet once you're up there. So check your hands here. Are your hands in line with each other? Are your shoulders softening into the back? Are your hips high to the sky? And can you walk that dog? Breathing in, breathing out. Let's take your right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot in between the hands. Yep, don't worry, we're gonna Shavasana soon. Drop the back knee and raise up and meet me in a nice low lunge. So nice 90 degree in the front leg and pushing the hip forward. Maybe you press through the thigh and lift the chest up. Feeling that stretch in the back hip flexor. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let's take a lovely half splits. Push the hips back, lengthen through the front leg, toes towards the shin. Loosen up the neck before we end our practice in Shavasana. Doing great. Cool, come back to your lunge. Lift your back knee off the floor. Step back to downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Don't worry about how it looks. How does it feel? Inhale, lift your left leg up nice and high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left foot in between the hands. Nice, y'all. Pull that left hip crease back. Drop the back knee, rise up to low crescent lunge, hands on the thighs, and stretch that right hip flexor. Let the shoulders drop into the back. Shine your chest forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Softening in the jaw. Hands to the floor, scoop the navel in, push the hips back, half splits other side. So now, left leg's extended. I flex my toes towards the shin and I feel a nice deep stretch. Nice, come back to your lunge. Lift up your back knee and bring that left foot back to meet yourself in our last downward facing dog. Shake your head, yes and no. And then slowly drop the knees to the earth. Yes, good. And release, walk your hands back. Yep, and I'm just kind of letting the legs come out in front of me. I'm gonna push forward. Good job, y'all. Here we are. Legs are out in front. Dandasana, seated up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Make a steeple or Charlie's Angel pose. Steeple, draw the navel in. And then slowly bring the hands reaching forward as you lower down to the mat. All the way, yay. And relax, shake the head left and right. I invite you to take one last knee hug here, chest hug, knee hug, what am I saying? Knees to chest is what I'm trying to say. Rocking left and right. Doing any other stretches that you might need before we completely relax in our Shavasana. And it's going to be a juicy Shavasana. Just moving a little bit as I change the track. I love it. I like the figure fours I'm seeing. You know, this is your last few moments to do whatever your body needs. And then once you've done what your body needs, take up space. Meet me in Shavasana, making an X. And be selfish with these last few minutes together before we go about our day. So softening in the jaw, softening in the face and the shoulders. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Giving yourself what you've been needing today. Maybe you take an audible breath. Sigh it all out. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, starting to wiggle, stretch, roll the ankles and the wrists. Doing whatever else you need. And then in your own creative way, roll to one side. And then before you fall asleep, slowly press yourself up to a seated. Or if you'd like to stay in Shavasana, you can do that too. All right, but ending today's practice, just like we started. Eyes are closed, shoulders are softened. Taking a few last deep breaths together. Remembering that this is more than just movement, that this practice goes beyond ourselves. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I hope you feel nice and yummy. And I will see you next week. Namaste.